Hello and welcome to Star Citizen Sunday. This is a weekly show which covers all the news from Star Citizen from the week just past. I am your host Mac, so let's get on with it. This week, Object Container Streaming comes to Alpha 3.3. We hear about tools which help speed up Star Citizen's development, plus hear my plans on how and where to watch Citizencon livestream. So Citizencon is just around the corner. For those unsure where to watch it, why not come and hang out with myself and the rest of the Redacted crew over on Twerk's Twitch channel. The link is in the description below. It is twitch.tv/Twerk17. It is not to be missed. It will be filled with lots of giveaways throughout the day. Twerk will be starting the stream around 6:30 AM Eastern Standard Time, which is about 11:30 AM in the UK. I will be joining around 6 PM my time, so I do hope to see you there. It is going to be a lot of fun. So kicking off with the most important information first, Alpha 3.3, which is being released to the open PTU on the 10th of October, so during Citizencon, will contain the Object Container Streaming feature. This should really improve performance for a lot of people. It is hard to say how much, as each person's experience will vary depending on their hardware, but hopefully most of us will see an increase in frames. Now, although Object Container Streaming is in Hurston, Lawville, and anything related to this location will not, this feature will come a little later in an incremental 3.3 patch. But Object Container Streaming, Chris says, is the foundational tech needed to get the game released. So this focuses most of the resources onto Object Container Streaming, which is better for the long run and will help meet the 3.4 deadline. Obviously, this is good news. Shame we're still not getting Hurston and Lawville, but with Object Container Streaming in, if we can start getting decent frames and playing the game properly, plus getting this back-end tech in, being super important, it will be a step in the right direction. Okay, so starting with calling all devs, the first question is, will we get a coordinate system in the future so we can precisely describe our location in the universe? And he does say that they definitely need one. They just need to figure out where's going to be 0.000, so where's the center of the universe? Is this one place in the whole universe? If so, the numbers could be really large, or do they reset with each system or planet that you go to? Once they've figured this out, it'll be pretty straightforward. They did think about having sectors on planets, and personally, I think starting with a system, you go into a system, there's one center of that system, but then when you go down onto planet, the moons, areas of space, they can be broken into sectors. So instead of it just being lots and lots of zeros and ones and all these different numbers, it can just be a straightforward, say, Stanton, Daymar, Sector 7, coordinates, X, Y, and Z. I think that's the best way of doing it, but they'll sort it out. Next question is, if we can salvage a fuel tank from another ship, can we use the fuel inside? Now, he says that they can't say for the future, but if you do chuck a fuel tank into the salvage grinder, it will not extract the fuel, it'll just turn it into scrap metal or whatever it's supposed to be. Using a drone, though, from, say, a Vulcan, you can use that to extract the fuel first and then salvage the fuel tank after. Third question, has the Banu Merchantman changed much from its original intent? Probably a bit worried since the Phoenix seemed to have changed quite a bit. And they say it's not changed from its original intent, it's still a trading ship with shops, stalls inside so that you can sell your goods from them. They did say it's going to be a great org headquarters. It's got room for short to mid-term accommodation for a bunch of people. It's still got its huge guns, but with it being a big ship, it will not be fast. Big ships in Star Citizen are slow, but it does have a lot of firepower, so not changed too much by the sounds of things, but when they start building it out, I'm sure, or when we see how far they've come, we'll take a look at it, I'm sure. Final question is, will we ever be able to subdue NPCs or players for trading as a commodity? Now, they have said they've got no plans for this at the moment. They have spoken about bounty hunting quite a bit as they're trying to flesh this out and detail it for what Tier 0 will be. Trading slaves is not intended for the near future. It's a very grey area in games specifically, so it's unlikely we'll get it, but if we do, it is going to be way down the line. Anyway, that was calling all devs, guys. Short and sweet, let's move on. So swiftly on to ATV. They're working on ongoing improvements to the in-game chat system. This will include new channels and settings and an updated visor display. VoIP continues to be tested for its release in 3.3. We will see more of this at Citizencon next week. They're also continuing to push the scanning system, being able to differentiate between mineable assets and ship IDs. They're working on new tools to help artists present work for review in the most efficient way. So this saves hours of time, basically getting assets approved faster and then getting them to us quicker as well. The elevator system has finally been fixed There is going to be a decline in casualties with elevators. That is good news. They are a pain in the ass. They were also working on developing tools to allow UI hookups much quicker. So one of the reasons we are waiting so long for certain features is because UI are struggling to meet the demands. This reduces the time it takes from weeks to days, meaning that they'll come to us much, much faster than they are doing. It is tools like this that may take a little time to develop, but once they're done, it reduces the future development time of Star Citizen greatly, meaning that we will see features coming much quicker than what we are used to. So finally, the tech art team has rigged Rico Battaglia's artificial leg. These subtle touches do add a lot of character and sort of fill in their backstories, which we can find out later on. I do wonder if this is kind of maybe a style of artificial limbs we'll get to see on our characters. It would be quite interesting. Let me know what you think in the comments below. So also this week, there was a new Empire report titled Satterball Scandal. I am yet to read that, so please no spoilers. Plus, September's monthly report is available, but do not worry if you haven't got time to read it. I'll be covering it in an upcoming video sometime next week. So that brings us to the end of the show. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a video. Hit that thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and share the video with all your friends. If you like what I do and want to help me make it better, follow the link below to my Patreon page to learn more.